Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do the my first time tag, and I've been seeing this going on around YouTube for a while now, and I wanted to give it a try because it looked pretty fun. Now, the first time I saw this tag, it was Sprinkle of Glitter, or Louise's channel, and I was like, Louise talking about her first time? No way. So I had to watch it, and then I realized obviously nobody's talking about losing their virginity on the internet, so that's good because that would just be too personal, and no thanks. But yeah, so let's just get into the questions. So the first question is, do you still talk to your first love? No. That's just the answer, no. What was your first alcoholic drink? My first alcoholic drink, this is really bad, but when I was in high school, I used to work at a spa. And at the spa, they used to have Christmas parties. And at the Christmas parties, mind you, I worked there with one of my really good friends from high school. So one Christmas party, we decided to get drunk at the spa on vodka cranberries. And it wasn't even a Christmas, oh my god, it wasn't even a Christmas party. It was an event that the spa was holding, and we were working. And my first alcoholic drink was on the clock at work. That is really bad, but it was a vodka cranberry. What was your first job? My first job was that spa. Good job, right? My first job and my first alcoholic drink go hand in hand. That is not a good job. But I was a spa assistant, which really just meant I had to go, like, bring the clients upstairs and give them like robes and slippers to change into and put all their stuff in like a locker and all that jazz. And then I would like bring them tea, bring them like wine and stuff, and it was pretty easy. And I only worked the weekends. It was kind of cool, but I don't know, I just hated it because I was like 15 and I just didn't want to work at all. What was your first car? I never had a car. We've never had a car in my family. Nobody in my family drives, so NA. Who was the first person to text you today? Today, who is the first person? Let me see. The first person to text me today was actually like one of the girls from school. I have a group project at school, and like one of the girls texted like all of us asking a question about like class or whatever. So that was it. Not very exciting. Who was the first person you thought of this morning? The first person I thought of this morning. The first person I thought of this morning was my mom, because she was making a lot of noise before I woke up, and I was thinking, Mom, why are you waking me up right now? Who was your first grade teacher? Dude, I don't even remember her name. What was her name? My first grade teacher was, I think her name was Miss Rispoli. That's a very weird name. I don't really remember much of first grade, to be honest. Wow. I remember like every other grade except for first. That's weird. But I think her name was Miss Rispoli, and I don't really remember much, so she obviously wasn't that revolutionary of a teacher. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? My first time on an airplane was to go to Florida to go to Disney World. That was exciting. And I love Disney World so much. But yeah, my first time on a plane, I think I was like 2 or 3 years old, and we went to Florida. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? My first best friend was this girl named Jenna Pete in kindergarten. She was like the first friend I ever made in kindergarten, and she still lives around the corner, but no, we do not talk because of something really bad that she did, but we won't get into that. Where was your first sleepover? My first sleepover was in the apartment right downstairs from the apartment I'm in right now, because I've lived here my whole life, but when I was little, my aunt and my 2 cousins used to live downstairs, like directly downstairs. So, and I would always sleep over their house, and I'm almost positive that was like the first place I ever slept over. So, downstairs. Does that even count if it's in the same building? I don't know. Who was the first person you talked to today? First person I talked to today was my mom when she came in my room to say good morning, but also because she was being really loud. Whose wedding were you in the first time? Does that mean like the first time I was in a wedding party? If that's the case, then when I was really like I want to say like 4 or 5 years old, I was a flower girl for a wedding, but I don't remember whose wedding it was. It was like some really distant cousin or somebody's family friend. I don't even remember who it was, but I remember being a flower girl, but I don't remember who the people were. Other than that, I was only in one other wedding, which was my cousin Vanessa's wedding, which was two years ago? Yeah, two years ago. What was the first thing you did this morning? The first thing I did this morning was hit my snooze button. I'm not lying, that actually was the first thing I did. And after that was check Instagram and my email like always. What was the first concert you ever went to? The first concert I ever went to was Kanye West. And I was front row and he looked at me, he looked into my soul, and you don't understand. Guys, I'm like the biggest Kanye fan of life. So, I was in the 6th grade. Kanye West looked into my soul and I was singing the words with him and he saw me. It was like a free Good Morning America concert, and me and my cousins woke up, and my aunt woke up at like 5 a.m. just to go see Kanye West at, I think it was Lincoln Center. Yeah, it was Lincoln Center that it was at, and we got there not on time. Like, we got there after a lot of people, but somehow we made it to the front row, and it was legendary. It was amazing. First broken bone. Okay, well, I never broke any bones until last year when I broke them all at the same time. So I don't know which one to call my first, but because it was like a lot of them at one time as a first. My collarbone, my pelvic bone, my ribs, my shoulder, and then spinal fractures too. Your spine is a bone, right? Yeah. So that's a lot of them in one in one action. But yeah. So I didn't break any, and then I broke all of them. First piercing, my first piercing was my ears, and it's my only piercing till now. My first piercing were my ears. I got them when I was a baby, and then they got infected, and I didn't have earrings until I was like 11 years old, and then I got pierced again. They got infected again, and they closed up, and then I got them pierced again. I've had my ears pierced like, I don't know, like 5 times in my life, and they just kept closing up, and then finally they just stayed open because I kept wearing earrings. First foreign country you've gone to. The first foreign country I went to was Canada, but I don't think that counts because I literally walked across the border, and it like wasn't a revolutionary experience to leave the country. So I want to say my first foreign country that I went to was St. Martin, which was December of 2011. No, 2010. December of 2010, and I went with my boyfriend and his family, and it was so much fun. First movie you remember seeing? I don't know. The first movie I remember seeing, I want to say like some sort of Disney movie, like Aristocats, I'm gonna say Peter Pan. I feel like Peter Pan was the first movie I saw, but that might only be in my mind because I want it to be. But let's go with Peter Pan. I have no clue. When was your first detention? We never had detention in any of the schools I went to. That's like not really a thing in New York, so never. And I was a really good kid anyway, so I probably wouldn't have gotten detention. Who was your first roommate? I've never had a roommate. I've lived in my own house my whole life, and I've never shared a room with my brother or anything, so never. If you had one wish, what would it be? If I had one wish, it would be to teleport because I hate the subway. What is something you would learn if you had the chance? French. Well, I do have the chance to learn French, but okay, so that doesn't count. If I had the chance to learn something, it would be to learn to like play an instrument, because I am not at all musically inclined, like whatsoever. I like listening to music. That's as much musical talent as I have. What were the first lessons you ever took? I've never really taken lessons for anything. The only like lessons other than like actual school I've ever taken was like religious instruction, so you can, like, Catholics go to church and like learn things so they can get confirmed and stuff, which was crap. But yeah. Who was the first person beauty related on YouTube you ever watched? I think it was Panacea81, I think her YouTube name is. I don't even know if she's still around. I haven't seen anything of hers in so long. But that was so long ago. That was like before anybody was on YouTube. Like, I've been watching YouTube forever, and I only like just got on. But yeah, I don't even know. Her name was Lauren Luke, and I remember she came out with like her own makeup line, but I don't know what happened to that. I have no clue where she is now, but yeah, Lauren Luke. Panacea something something. She was the first person I watched on YouTube, like beauty related, and then after that, oh man, just got obsessed, and here I am now. So that's the last question. I hope you guys liked this tag. Hope it let you learn something new about me. Yeah, let me know if there's any other tag videos you'd like me to do, and give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.